So today's wonder is about trying to solve a mystery that I found in the old graveyard in Stowmarket. Come with me. The old cemetery in Stowmarket was closed in 1901 for burials and is now managed by Stowmarket Town Council as a nature reserve. So this is the mystery headstone in Stowmarket Old Cemetery in memory of Elizabeth Rowe, who died at the vicarage. And that's the interesting phrase. It says she died at the vicarage, but it doesn't mention that she was the vicar's wife or who she was. Who died at the vicarage on December, can't quite see the date there, 31st I think, 1874, aged 78 years. So who was this woman? So I guess if the vicar in 1874 had the surname Rowe, then that probably is the vicar's wife. But I have a feeling there never was a vicar called Rowe in Stowmarket. But I'm going to go off to the parish church now because they've got a plaque on the wall with all the vicars from year dot. So we'll see who was the vicar in the 1870s and find out if this was the vicar's wife or who she was. Maybe it was a servant, but the headstone's quite grand for a servant back in 1874. So let's find out who Elizabeth Rowe really is, or was. Stowmarket is a small market town in mid-Suffolk, about halfway between Ipswich and Bury St Edmunds. The plaque we're looking for is just left of the door to the south porch. This plaque lists all the vicars of St Peter's and St Mary's Stowmarket from the 1300s onwards. So we can see that Henry Lewis was the vicar in 1874, became vicar in 1861 and was there till 1876. So Henry Lewis was the vicar, so who is Elizabeth Rowe? The mystery continues. I put a little query out on Facebook and I got a little tip-off from one of the guys at our local museum, and he suggested looking at the 1871 census. And here is the actual 1871 census. So this shows that Henry Lewis was indeed the vicar at that time in Stowmarket, and it does also list Elizabeth Rowe. This writing is very difficult to read, so here's a transcription of the census form, the bit that we're looking at. And there the mystery is solved. So Elizabeth Rowe was Henry Lewis's aunt. She was the vicar's aunt. She was from Pembrokeshire in Wales, as was he, by the look of it. And they did have a couple of servants, but the mystery grave in the Stowmarket Cemetery is not the servants, it's his aunt. There is one more thing I found out on this little walk, and that's while that the current Stowmarket vicarage is at the opposite end of town. Back in 1874, it was at this end of town near the church. It's now Hillcroft House, which is a nursing home. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this little mystery in the graveyard. And if you did like the video, give us a thumbs up by liking us on YouTube and click subscribe and the little bell icon, and you will get a notification when new videos are posted. See you in the next video.